our southern border, and those people are finding their way out to Aurora. So not only are we facing a tough economy where some people in our own communities are losing their homes and struggling harder and harder to survive with inflation, but we're also seeing an influx of people from other countries coming here. Well, they're being bused and left in Chicago. They're also being driven down to Aurora and Joliet, some because they have families here. But the food pantries are definitely seeing an increased need and demand, and this effort will help offset that and help feed people, especially as we go into the winter months. Two of the big issues for me is housing insecurity, food insecurity. We are a very wealthy nation. When we have enough to be able to support people in other countries, also we must first look here in our own city and make sure that we're not letting anybody slip between the cracks. So just very grateful for your efforts in the Library Create. I didn't know when we first met that this existed, but clearly good parenting. So anyway, I wanted to make people aware, first off, some things that all of the older people do have is some resources that come from the Riverboat. It's called the Riverboat Fund that funds, and we can appropriate money to nonprofits to support these initiatives. I've used mine to support the Aurora Food Pantry, Interfaith Food Pantry, and we'll also be supporting the Marie Wilkinson Food Pantry and even this initiative, happy to support. So wanted to make everybody aware of that. I gave you a little bit of my background. Since getting elected, we went to that city council meeting when they were giving $15 million of our money to this casino, multi-billion-dollar company. I felt it was wrong and not a good use of city resources, and causing all of us to pay a little bit more in property taxes when, look, we're paying for our schools and the things that we invest in. People care about that fulfilling how the billion-dollar company they built it. So eventually some of us ran for office. Of the 7 people that were running at different levels, library board, school board, and there were 3 council races we contested. I was the only council person. We won 4 of the other seats on the library board and school board. So it was a lifelong effort, I think, to restore our democracy, to be able to run these races without political contributions from the wealthy, the powerful, the politically connected, so that we might have a government and economy that works for everybody, not just the wealthy, powerful few who can buy influence. So in my long term here, that is a big goal of mine, to restore democracy, and part of restoring democracy means coming out and listening to the concerns that people have, so we can take those concerns to the council dais where I sit and vote and make sure that your voice and ideas reach that. I believe that your idea of community is excellent, in that when you come together, you'll find that I might have a really good idea, but somebody else raising their voice will make that idea better, and a third person and a fourth person might have a concern about the idea because it impacts someone in their family. But when you come together, that's when you build the best ideas. And that doesn't really happen right now at the council, I can assure you of that. But there were 4 of us at a League of Women Voters event today, and I could tell that just me being elected and forcing a lot of these conversations into the public is producing more dialogue amongst us, and I think that is positive and good. Another positive result, we're going into the budget process, and again, in the past, a lot of this happened behind closed doors. There's going to be